Hey everyone, welcome back to Burgers Like Bob. Today we're going to be tackling the all-American breakfast burger, the Eggers Can't Be Cheesers. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is make homemade English muffins. So to do this, you're going to take half a teaspoon of active dry yeast and sprinkle it over a half cup of water. Then we're going to give this a good stir to make sure it's all evenly incorporated. Then we're going to let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Once it's quite fragrant, pour it over 3.5 ounces of all-purpose or bread flour. Then give that a good stir until it's nice and smooth. And once it's smooth, cover it with plastic wrap and we're going to let it sit at room temperature for about 3 hours. After 3 hours, this is what it should look like. This is your starter that's going to give the English muffins that classic sour flavor. In a separate bowl, get 1 cup of warm milk around 110 degrees and whisk in 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast. Grab your bowl from your stand mixer and add your starter to it. Then take your yeast and milk mixture and add that to the starter. Whisk your starter and your milk mixture until it's smooth and frothy. To that bowl, add 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Give it all a good whisk to make sure it's uniform. And to that bowl, add 14 ounces of flour. Take a wooden spoon and give the dough a stir until it somewhat starts to come together. Then place your bowl into your stand mixer and make sure it's secured. Then go ahead and add your dough hook. Mix the dough on medium speed until a smooth dough starts to form. It should be a tacky dough but not sticky. Remove the bowl from the stand mixer and pull the dough off of the dough hook. Then remove the dough from the bowl and plop it onto your work surface. Take the dough and form it into a nice, smooth, big ol' ball. Pour in 1 tablespoon of olive oil into a clean bowl. Then take your brush and make sure to evenly spread around the oil. Place your dough gently inside the bowl and cover with plastic wrap. Then we're going to let this proof for 24 hours in the fridge. After 24 hours, the dough has had a chance to develop a lot of flavor and should have doubled in size. Would you just look at it? You're going to take that sexy dough out of the bowl onto your work surface. And using your hands, press out all the air. Grab a digital scale and divide the dough into 12 equal portions. Should be around 70 grams each. Once all your dough has been portioned out, grab a sheet pan lined with parchment paper and begin to form each portion into a little ball. This does take some practice, so don't get discouraged if they aren't perfect. Grab some cornmeal, coarse ground works best, and generously sprinkle an even layer onto your parchment paper. Then place all your dough portions on top of the cornmeal. Then sprinkle a thin layer of cornmeal on top of the portions as well. Cover with plastic wrap, and then we're going to let these proof for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, the dough should be doubled in size and very puffy. Remove the plastic wrap and marvel at those beauties. Then grab an electric griddle set to 350 degrees. You could do this in a pan, but I highly recommend using a griddle because it has a more controlled and consistent heat. Then take a good amount of melted butter and generously brush it over the griddle. Gently grab your dough portions and place them onto the melted butter, being careful not to press out any of the air. Once the bottoms are brown, about 3 to 4 minutes, go ahead and flip them all over and cook for another 3 to 4 minutes on the other side. Once the bottoms are browned as well, transfer the muffins to a sheet pan. Wipe down your griddle and repeat with the remaining muffins. Bake the muffins for about 5 to 10 minutes in a 350-degree oven. Now don't be an idiot and try to grab the muffins like me. Grab a towel, then take a fork and press the tines all the way around the middle of the muffin. Then once you finish forking all around the muffin, they should be pretty easy to peel apart. Then ask yourself, why have you been buying English muffins your entire life? Now get that griddle back out because I'm sure you put it away, and preheat to 350 degrees. Butter it up in 2 spots. Drop your English muffins into the butter and give it a little swirl. Then take them off when they're nice and toasty. Grab your 4-ounce burger patty and generously sprinkle with salt and pepper. Then take even more butter and brush it onto the griddle, because hey, butter's just better. Then place the seasoned side of the burger into the butter. Cook for about 5 minutes and then flip it to the other side. Place a slice of American cheese on top of the burger, and as the burger cooks, the cheese will melt. Once the burger's cooked and the cheese is melted, place on a plate and let rest for about 5 minutes. Then while the burger's resting, grab a ring mold and put it on your griddle. Then squeeze a tablespoon of oil inside the ring mold. Then we're going to crack an egg and cook it inside the ring mold. This allows the egg to retain that perfect round shape. Once the white has begun to set, gently run an offset spatula around the mold to separate it from the egg. Then go ahead and remove it. Marvel at that beautiful egg. Then we're going to flip it over and cook it for about 30 seconds on the other side until it's over easy. Then remove the egg from the griddle to avoid overcooking. Now the only thing left is to assemble. Take your English muffins and we're going to brush with, yes, even more butter. Grab a head of green leaf lettuce and separate 1 to 2 pieces. Place the lettuce on the bottom bun. Then on top of that goes your cheeseburger. Then a couple dashes of your favorite hot sauce. Then your beautiful over easy egg on top of that. And top it with your top muffin. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Eggers Can't Be Cheesers burger. Now for the most important part, the taste test. Watch out for that runny yolk. It'll get you, but don't even think about putting it down yet. You have a burger to taste first. 2 messy thumbs up. That's Teddy approved. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands now. Please make sure to keep up with our journey by subscribing to this channel. See you next time.